Hi everyone and welcome back to episode 3. My name is Michelle and I am Mickey Midge on YouTube, Ravelry and Instagram. That's the introduction over with. Thank you to everyone that's subscribed recently, really appreciated, and thank you for comments and any likes. They all help get my videos seen on the search results, so it's wonderful. And I'm pleased that you're actually liking what I have to say. It's really, really good feeling. So thank you very much and welcome back. This week has been chaotic, if I'm honest. I normally record on a Friday and edit on the Monday. Post on the Tuesday. This is Monday morning. I haven't quite started work yet. I'm going to start when I finish this. I am absolutely shattered. It has been just a week and a half really. I'm so tired, so I apologise if I'm a little bit out there. I've had a parent share group at school for my oldest. I've had birthday parties, 2 birthday parties. I've had Christmas shopping trips. I've had my little girl up all night coughing. I've had my middle child up all night coughing. I've had hardly any sleep and I am shattered. So not much has been done, if I'm honest, but I'm here because I have a huge shopping haul to show you, which is exciting for me. Hopefully you like what I've got to show you as well. I've got 2 finished objects, 1 to 2, a set of finished objects, and I've got a couple of works in progress and not much else, but I will start with the finished objects. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit boring, this finished object, because you've seen these before. These are my cowls for the teacher presents for the end of term for Christmas. I've got 3 down. I've got 1 set to go now. So this is the blue set. It was a work in progress in the last episode, but it's finished now. So it's all the blues. And I believe the colourway was called Feeling Blue. And it's just a nice chunky cowl. I think the blues work really well. So there's that. It's the cowl, and with it comes, where should I put that? Yeah. The wrist warmers that match. It's not exactly the same pattern, but they're similar enough, and I think they look nice. They're both designed for this yarn. Oh, upside down. Oh, no, I can get my thumb in there. So here they are. There's the blues. Definitely making myself some of these once I've finished the teacher gifts. I think they're really comfortable. They feel nice, but they feel sturdy. You know, sometimes you use yarn that's a bit soft and you think that's going to bobble really quick, holding little children's hands and walking to school with them and then rubbing away. But these feel sturdy, they feel warm and they feel good. So fingers crossed. And they're the only finished objects I've got this week. It's quite bad. I've got some works in progress though, which I will show you. Let me have a drink because I am absolutely shattered. I need some caffeine. Sorry. Okay. Gone for coffee this morning. Normally go for tea. But I'm on for one of those. It's only a sachet one, not a posh one. Toffee nut latte, ready for the season. So, if you remember my virus shawl last week, which I frogged, I decided I wasn't going to give up. Couldn't give up. So I started again. Got the pattern right this time. So I haven't finished it, but I've done quite a bit. So here it is. So it's quite big. I can't even get it in the shop. So I'm nearly there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep going and finish off this, which was the ball that I frogged last week. This was one brand new skein and this ball. So I'm going to finish that off. Hopefully that should be long enough. I do have 2 more skeins if it's not. And I really like these colours, how they're working. First I wasn't sure because the purple seemed a bit one-sided. Look at this side. This side didn't have so much purple, but as it's getting bigger, it's coming in, and I really like it. I really, really like it. It's very unusual, quite summery, springy, which is probably when I'd wear it, if I'm honest. So, the virus shawl is finally a success. Very excited there. Nearly finished it. It should be finished object by next week. Unless I really get going on my rainbow blanket, which does need to be done. I've done nothing on that this week. I feel really guilty because I've been doing this and I shouldn't have. Then, I'll keep going out of shot, I apologise. It's only for the whipped pile. I did a little bit more on my corner to corner. Not a lot, if I'm honest, but it's growing. I didn't notice until afterwards. There's meant to be 4 rows of each colour before I change. And up here I've done 5. You can see it quite easily here. But I don't think it notices too much. It's getting rid of the yarn really, so I'm not going to stress over it. So it's coming along. I still see that gap. Really noticeable, and I don't know why. I might... Stitch count is right. I haven't missed anything. Yeah, it's right. So I might... Zoned out for a minute there. I might just kind of try and sew it up a little bit. Some scrap yarn, just tack it together to try and hide that because it's quite a nasty looking gap. And I'm not quite sure why. I've got a few more to go up. They're not as prominent. I really like C2C. It works up really quickly, and it's one of those things you don't have to think about too much. You just go for it. So I quite like C2C. I might try an actual graph gan next time and do a picture. That will be after Christmas though. Definitely after Christmas. So that's whip number 2. And the only other one I've done any work on this week is my A Spicier Life. I've not done a huge amount of it, if I'm honest, but if you remember last week I was up to here, up to the popcorn, so I've done... Oh, be careful, I'm pulling my stitches out where I haven't put a stitch marker in. That's not good. So I've done this is called Under the Arches, I believe, this segment. And you're meant to do this colour, this colour, this colour, then go back to this one and this one. So I've added these 3 in, and then I'm going back to the Emperor colour before I go back down again and use these colours, so it mirrors itself. Still on part 3, so this is part 3B. I'm still quite a way away, but I am making it quite significantly bigger than the actual pattern, so I'm not worrying too much. But look at all these ends. And on this side as well. Yeah, there might be one week where I do nothing on it because I just catch up on the ends. I was sewing in as I went, and I've stopped, and I shouldn't have. Really regret stopping, but hey ho. Right, so the biggest section, so now we've got those over with. There is no more. It's really, really bad. I haven't done a lot this week, but I have been really, really busy, and I am really, really tired. You can probably see. Look a bit tired. Right. I have got a lot of yarn, and I've finally treated myself to a couple of project bags. I don't usually use project bags. I just use tote bags that I bought from the shops and whatnot, but I thought I'd finally treat myself to a proper little project bags for the smaller things like my Irish shawl and the reindeer and things like that when I'm out and about. So the first one I bought from 2 different sellers, and this is my favourite. I love it, really love it because it's festive. And here, can you see? Look at those little sloths wearing Christmas scarves. How cute is that? And it has a, it's got a little tag there, but it's got a little snowflake stitch marker. And this was from, I've got everything down to the packaging was cute. Look at that. Down to the plastic bag it came in. And it is from the Tudor Rose Craft Studio. Tracy Lehan Lane. I apologise if I said that wrong. Do come and tell me, because I know you're on my Instagram, so you'll notice. But if you can, no, I can't. The text is not going to show up because of the lighting. Let's get. Oh! Is it gonna? I can see all the cuts on my finger. No, it's not going to. It's not going to show up. But it's Tudor Rose Craft Studio. And another little stitch marker on there as well. A Tudor Rose. How cute is that? It's really lovely. This has had my virus shawl and I took it out for the video, but how cute. That's so nice. I love it. It's really nice. And inside, it's quite a good size. I'll just put the card in there for the minute, but inside it's nice and festive. The red dots and the... Love it. I was very excited when that turned up in the post. And there is one more bag. I've just got to take the yarn out of it. Take those out. Right. Take those out. Stitch markers. So this is from Amelia X Joy, and she's on Etsy. Oh, you can just about see that one. There you go. And this comes with a little stitch marker. But it's more of a knitting stitch marker because it's got the round. But I could attach it using that, but I might change it because I've got some. I've dug out my pliers, finding my jewellery making pliers, and I've got some spare. Oh my god! Lobster claw clasps. I've got some spare ones, so I might make that into a crochet one. And here's the bags. It's all rainbow. It's like for socks and things, small projects. It's a small little bag. It's very cute, and it's a drawstring rather than zip. I prefer the zips, but these have a place, and that's really sweet as well. So there you go. My first ever project bags. I was very chuffed. I finally treated myself to those. I've also got, because I'm in Christmas mode, as we're talking about getting out the lobster claw clasps and my pliers. Sorry, this is probably really rustly. I bought some of these on eBay. Where are we going to focus? It's the light that's coming in from outside. Little snowmen, maybe. There's two little snowmen together. I'm going to make those into Christmassy stitch markers. I've got 5 of them. So I might keep one, give some away. We'll see. When I get a few more subscribers, I might do a giveaway. Some little bits. Although once Christmas is gone, you might not want snowmen. So there you go. Those are the project bags and non-yarny purchases. But I do have lots of yarny purchases. I've got a big box here, ready to show you. Oh, those aren't purchases. I've got a couple of little bits that aren't quite purchases to show you. If you remember last week, I told you quite a bit about the yarn that Lisa at For the Love of Yarn does, and I used to get the mystery boxes, themed boxes. I was looking for something and I dug these out, and I got very excited about them, so I thought I'd show you again. I thought I'd show you them even though they're not a new purchase, because I want to use these. I might have to wait till after Christmas, but I want to use these on something. And look at the colours on those. It's really blowing out a bit, but just look at that. And how bright and vivid and awesome is that? And then the sort of watermelon colour. They're so pretty. And I've got 2 of them. This has got a bit more black in. This is the nature of hand-dyed yarn, but How pretty. How pretty. I have no idea what to make these into. If you have any suggestions, do let me know. And they are Merino Crazy 8 Superwash DK. So I've got 450 metres in total. And oh, she hadn't put the colourway name on. I think they were the Sheldon colourway because it reminds me of his Flash t-shirts. I'm not, I might be wrong. It was a Big Bang Theory box anyway. But oh, they're just so nice. So nice. I love them. And the other, not purchased this year, but I want some advice. So I thought to myself, I bought an advent calendar last Christmas and I never finished the project. I wasn't quite happy with it. And then it had to be packed away for the move, and I've only just dug it out. And all of a sudden, I am loving it again. So I was going to frog it and use it for something else, but now I don't know if I can. It's very nearly finished as well. I've got this much left. Just get that up a bit. And I was making, I'll have to look up the pattern name and put it up in one of these corners. But it's very rainbow. So you see, I'm on the pinks at the moment. And then goes all the way through. It tapers off to a little bit of solid grey at the end, which I was going to maybe do a little border at the top for, but I don't know. But look at those colours. And this was the Cuddle Buns advent calendar last year. It's my first ever. And I didn't quite know what to do with sock yarn, which is why I think... See, when I was looking at it, I was thinking I might keep it, and now on screen I'm thinking... I just think it's a little bit too crazy. I think it needs something in between, a solid colour in between. What do you guys think? He's got these little steps at the bottom. So I was thinking I might frog it and use it as like the gradient colour in the Hooked Dragon, is that what it's called, by Addy Day Designs. So I might use it in that, because that's like panels, isn't it? So that might look better. So I've got with it this grey, so I could break up the panels with the grey, which has been stored really badly. I'm going to have fun trying to wind that. Oh, I've just dropped that one down now. Put that down. So I don't know. I haven't decided. Having received this year's advent calendar, I feel like I should do something with last year's. And it came in, there we go, Cuddle Buns Yarn Junkie bag, which I suppose is actually my first ever proper project bag. And what was I using? I was using 5mm hook. But also in this bag, which I'd forgotten I even had, some more Cuddle Buns yarn. And it is called Snowy Christmas Tree. And I've not, oh, I've not thought of doing anything with it before. Again, because in the past I didn't know what to do with sock yarn. I just wasn't, because I'm not a knitter. But I've just more recently found a plethora of sock yarn patterns, shawl patterns, crochet. So I need to give this a go. How pretty is that? Anyway, so they are kind of new to me because I'd completely forgotten about them. It was quite a stressful year that year. And now to the proper, true yarn purchases. Okay, so crinkle, crinkle, put that one down afterwards. I was watching, is it Jan Carruthers? on Facebook, on YouTube. What's her name? Gypsy Crochet. And she mentioned a shop called Lolly's Little Wool Shack. And I just thought I'll go and have a look. Of course, I went and had a buy, didn't I? I had some purchases. So, not heard of this brand before. I have a theory about this brand, which I'll talk to you about in a minute. So I bought 4 of these because I really like the mix of black and pink, and like a gradient up to red. But they might make something quite nice for myself. After that, like a hat, a glove set. I bought, this is Vogue, it's another one I've got a theory about, so I've not heard of these before. So I've got 2 of these, which is a chunky one, and it's greys. Purple's look a bit more blue on the screen, but it's greys and lavenders and purples. So that's quite nice. I've got 2 of those. It is 90% acrylic, 10% wool, this one, and these are 100% synthetic. That's quite a thick DK weight, I think. So it might even be Aran or worsted. Doesn't say on that label, so I can't say for sure. I'm talking quietly all of a sudden. And they also had these. Again, it says Armoni, which I've not heard of before. And this colourway is gingerbread. Doesn't say it on here. They're kind of rolled a bit like Red Heart, I think, which led me to a theory. I'll tell you that in a minute. So I bought 3 of that colour and 3 in this colour. And this colour was called Merry Be Cherry? Cherry Be Merry, I think. So you've got the turquoise and then a sort of pinkish red leading to red. So those 2 are different. I don't look at here. Deep purple, almost like the Emperor in Stylecraft. And then a grey. I thought that was quite nice. I don't know what I'm going to make with them. So I've got 3 of each colour. I couldn't resist because they were £2.50 and they're quite 190 grams. They're quite big. So I mean, they're only acrylic, but they feel like Red Heart and they look like Red Heart. So I thought I'd go and have a look, see if I could find these colours, the colour names, in Red Heart. I couldn't, but what I did find is these. If you look up Yarn Bee, which is an American yarn from Hobby Lobby, I believe. You don't get it over here, Yarn Bee, in gingerbread. If you look at that up, I mean, they're squatter skeins, but it looks the same. So I have a feeling it's kind of seconds where they've gone on the wrong roll, maybe they've been rolled in the wrong format or something like that, and then this brand get hold of them. And you get them for £2.50. £2.50. Similarly, in Lolly's Little Wool Shack, I mean, once they're gone there. So I don't know if that's what this shop specialises in. I've got some of these. And these are labelled up with Vogue, but they were called Serpent. Now, if you look, it looks like they've been misrolled. It's all pointy. But if you look there, and they're called Serpent, so I should take them out of the packet. Don't they look like mandala? And these were, I think, £2 again, I think, per roll. You can't get mandala yarn for £2 in this country. But they look like it. Maybe they're knockoffs, I don't know. Or maybe it's where they've been misrolled and they get sold to be relabelled, sold cheap. So I have 8 of these. I also have, I went Christmas shopping with a friend on Friday, but the day off work, kids went to school and the childminder, and 2 of us went and had child-free shopping trip, which was lovely. And in Flying Tiger, which is like a Danish store, they do a bit of everything, and sometimes they have things that you never see again. They just had a little pot, just a little pot in the middle of the shop with some yarn in. It's not labelled up as anything, just the tiger label. Oh, my white is really blowing out today. Just the tiger label, and it is polyester, so it's just acrylic. It says 6mm knitting needles. It doesn't have a hook sign, but I'm guessing that means 6mm hook as well. It usually does. Just 50 grams. So I just picked up 2 of those. Might make some wrist warmers or something for my husband out of these sort of, it's grey and ever so slightly green tint, and the darkest grey. So 2 of those. And Hobbycraft were having a sale. They had reduced the Karen baby cakes. That one had open. But you're going to hear all rustle rustle, but if I don't, then you're going to hear it while I'm talking about it as well. So, yeah, we're done with one go. So, Karen baby cakes. And these were reduced. They were half price. They were £4. Which I don't know, in America you might think that's normal, but over here these sort of things are not cheap for the imported. So I got 3 in a dreamy mint, and the baby cakes are 82% acrylic, 18% nylon. Interesting. Does mean they're machine washable. Size, weight 3, 5mm, so that's about Aran weight, which is typical for America. That tends to be a bit more prevalent in the US, whereas here it's more DK weight. And then I got 3 in, there we go, you can see on this side, you can see I got 3 in Dreamy Violet. So I have no idea what I'm going to make with them, but I couldn't resist because they were reduced. I'll probably regret it when I see my statement, how much money I've spent, but there we go. And a couple more. It's really a lot of purchases this month. I'm not going to be buying any more, so what I should have done is just saved some maybe. But I was looking on eBay just randomly, and this come up as a you may like. And this I'm assuming it's a lady. I shouldn't assume it's a lady. It could be a man. Very bad of me to assume. Was selling off their stash of handmade yarns, or hand-dyed yarns. So I bought 2 from her. I bought, right, this one is from Flea Bubs and Lala. I didn't buy it directly from her. I bought it from someone who'd already bought it. So I bought it a bit cheaper. So I will be checking out this shop because it's very nice. And the colourway is Bright Lights Big City. And it's merino, extra fine, springy twist. I think it's twist. And it's DK weight, 200 metres, and you can see where they've already wound it, and they've wound a bit around the outside to kind of keep it together in the post. There you go, look, Bright Lights Big City this one is. I'm a bit of a sucker for pinks and purples. So there you go, there's that one. And from the same eBay seller, but not the same yarn dyer, this is Little Boo Yarns. The colourway is Sunset Dreams, 75% merino, 20% silk, 5% stellina, DK, hand dyed in Derbyshire. So Little Boo Yarns, Sunset Dreams, and look at how gorgeous that is with the sparkle. Again, pinks and purples mixed with yellows. I love it, and you can see the sparkle. So, okay, it's second hand, but it's a good way of getting hand-dyed yarn without paying hand-dyed prices. Doesn't look like they've been used and frogged. They just look really nice. So I'm building up a stash of hand-dyed yarns now. And the last one, I'm going to try and take it out without too much crinkle. Oh, a couple of minis. I have no idea what to do with minis as a crochet because they don't. I might make some more socks. I might try socks again. I haven't done any of my Strictly socks again, but I will do. But these were from Urkindian. I wish the white didn't look so. I might try and take a photo of the cards. Sparkle socks, 75% merino, 20% nylon, 5% stellina again. It's 80 metres worth, and this is called Peppermint Sparkle. So you can see it's like candy cane, Christmassy colour. I thought it was really, really pretty. I couldn't resist. I only had minis, and I only had the budget for it after all of that. Same buyer, Urkindian. But I had to buy this one, not only because I like the colours, but it's called Willow Casts a Spell. And my little girl obviously is, well, obviously you don't necessarily know, my little girl is called Willow. And look at that. Again, it's the same makeup, 75% merino, 20% nylon, 5% stellina. But look. Now, she does do larger skeins of this, but they look less vivid. There's a lot more neutral flashes of this. So I might get a couple more minis. I know it's not particularly what's the word? It's not particularly economical, but I'd love to make something pretty for Willow out of this. So, I mean, obviously when it's called Willow Cast a Spell, it's based on Buffy. But there you go. So nice, so pretty. They don't go together at all. I have no idea what to do with minis. What do you guys do with minis? I don't know. I just thought I couldn't resist. The colours look a bit more true back here. Look how gorgeous that is. Love. I know not a lot of people, I can't stand purple. I love purple. I love it. And I love Christmassy reds and greens. So, I think after that huge haul, that was it for this week. I'm definitely going to finish my virus shawl this week. I will be finished by the time the next episode. I am going to try and get some more of the rainbow blanket done. I'm going to try and get some more of my Spicier Life done. And I'm going to do the last of the teacher gifts. Oh, excuse me, all the hiccups now, and I haven't finished my coffee. Let me have a bit more. I'm going to try and finish. Oh, I'm getting cold now. I've been talking too long. I'm going to try and finish the teacher gifts so they are done, they are dusted. I mean, I'm going to get them wrapped out of the way so I don't have a last minute dash in December. Because I don't really want that. I don't want that stress. I've got enough going on in my head. I've got all sorts of appointments coming up as well. My son needs his eyes tested. He's got a dental appointment. My daughter's got a vaccination. It's going to be a crazy month getting ready for Christmas. My husband even tempted, he said last night, he might put Christmas lights up outside the house a week early. Normally it's in the first weekend in December. Then get all the Christmas decorations out. He might even do it next weekend because, well, this weekend coming because it's Monday now. He is worried that we're just going to run out of time. Too much stuff to do, no time to do it in. So we might do it early. And people are going, sacrilege. We might have the neighbours knocking. Get those down. It's not December yet. But we don't have Thanksgiving here in the UK, so you know it's not like you can. There's a set time really, so we just usually do it in the first weekend in December. I know in the US it's like you shouldn't put them up before Thanksgiving. I'm sure some people do. There is someone on our estate that has already got the Christmas lights. which the kids love, and they just want theirs. I'm starting, I've got the little lights. I keep doing that, I'm not used to that. I've got the lights here on the spare bed, and there's a little lamp there which has got like a Christmassy scene on it. And I've started buying. We went to buy a brand new tree. It's a new house. We can probably fit a bigger tree in the living room, and we always have artificial trees for environmental purposes, mess purposes mainly. 1-year-old, put all the needles off. So we have an artificial tree, and we thought we'd buy a new one this year. The boys wanted their own one, so we've got a little dining seating area now. So I'm going to let them have their own one in there. They can do what they want with. They wanted a white tree, so we've gone for a white one. And they've chosen some pale blue decorations. So they're going to have sort of a Frozen themed type tree, I think. So they are doing that, and we have gone for a nice big broad natural tree and gone for like deep red and bronzy type decorations. I've already bought them. Not all of them, but I've bought enough to start with, and we'll build up after payday. So we're almost ready to get our decorations out, and at the moment the tree is sitting there in the hallway in a box, so it's taking up space. We just want to get it out and on display. We need to sort out the toys in that corner of the room first, because it's currently full of baby toys. I bought some Christmas jumper. I bought some Christmas jumpers for the kids. I bought Christmas pyjamas for the kids. I bought matching Christmas pyjamas for me. You may think that's really sad, but I love doing all that sort of cheesy stuff at Christmas. My husband's that flat, no, he doesn't wear pyjamas anyway, so but me and the kids are going to do it. I don't know, my 7-year-old, he's going to be 8 in February. He's a bit kind of, it's not really cool, Mum. But so this might be the last year I get to do it with him. So let's hope he lets me. We went to a Christmas fair, like a handmade fair, at the weekend, and there was quite a few crochet things there actually. It was quite shocking the low prices that some of the people were charging, and made me a bit sad because I wanted to say your stuff is worth so much more than that, but if that's what they want to charge, that's what they want to charge. And they obviously would do a trade. I didn't buy any of the crocheted stuff, mainly because if some kids went, look at that, Mum, look at that, Mum, my head was going, I could make that myself. But she did, her stuff was lovely, really lovely. But she also had some hand-sewn goods at this particular store. So we bought Willow a little fleece jacket with a hood that's covered in ladybirds, which looks so cute. It's really pretty. So yeah, I did spend money with her. And there was a dress that my husband wanted to get Willow, but by the time he'd pulled me over to that stall, someone else had bought it. So they're obviously doing a trade there. And there was Christmassy food, and then we went into, it was in a garden centre, and then we went into their Christmas display where they got all the trees and decorations up. Bought our tree in there. And there was little polar bears, little moving polar bears that the kids love to look at. So I might put a little bit of footage in here if I can figure out the editing a bit better. It was a bit jolty last time, so I'm going to play with it a bit more this afternoon after work. I don't know if I've got anything else to say, really. Hope you guys have had a good week. Thanks again for subscribing and watching. It'd be really, really lovely to get some more subscribers this week. Build up and up and up. It's really nice to know that people are interested in what I've got to say. Because as I said in episode 1, I don't have any, I have friends here, obviously, but I don't have friends who are interested in crochet yet. And I don't, because I work full time, I don't have time to go to a knit and natter group to find anyone like-minded here. So it's just nice to be able to talk about things and share what I've done without seeing their eyes glaze over, like, oh yeah. They like the end result. They go, oh, you're so talented, it's really pretty. But they're not interested in the process behind it. And when I start talking, oh yeah, I frogged this, and they look at me like I'm mad. They don't want to know. So it's really nice to have this outlet, be able to speak and get to know people. So it would be lovely if you could comment below or like and start the conversation, hopefully. I don't always respond the same day because I've got 3 kids. Unfortunately, they do have to come first. They have to come before crochet, heaven forbid. No, of course they do. And they've got things for school, and they've got homework and spelling tests, and they have to be fed, they have to wear clean clothes, heaven forbid, you know. So they take a lot of my attention, but I will respond to everyone eventually, I promise. So do comment, it'll be lovely to hear from you. Tell me what you guys are making or what you plan to make. G me up to finish my Christmas presents, you know, the toys and the blankets, they've all got to be done. So give me some motivation. Okay? Alright, I'll see you next week. Bye!